As a public defender, Judge Karen fought for her clients' rights. She was elected to the bench because she believes in doing the right thing.
I'm very passionate about helping people, period. But at what point are you gonna resolve the resentment? At some point, you need to be the one going through something.
Objective, independent justice.
You can always turn your life around. If you keep walking, you can overcome whatever circumstances you're facing.
This is Supreme Justice with Judge Karen. Jeanette Alta is suing her housekeeper, Joanne Lorne, in the amount of $2,165. Ms. Alta claims she slipped and fell in her kitchen and says it's because Ms. Lorne used the wrong detergent in the dishwasher, which caused it to overflow.
Ms. Elta, you're suing Ms. Lorne for $2,165 for a personal injury, is that right?
That's correct, yes.
Okay, so what is your relationship to the defendant?
She's my housekeeper, my cleaning lady.
You're a housekeeper. And what do you do for a living?
I'm actually a fashion consultant.
Okay, you have your own business? You work for someone?
Yes, I have my own business.
And how long have you been in business?
I've been doing it for about 10 years now.
10 years you've had a business? Mm-hmm. Okay, and how did you meet the defendant?
She was actually referred to me from a neighbor of mine who she also works for.
Okay. You do housekeeping?
Yes.
Do you work for a company or you work for yourself?
I work for myself.
Do you have a business or online
Not professional.
presence?
No. Unfortunately, I can't afford to do like online advertising.
Right.
So
was it word of mouth?
It's word of mouth, yeah.
Oh, okay. Those are the best ones usually. So who told you about the defendant?
It was my neighbor had recommended me because I was looking for someone who could work on the weekends because I typically don't like to leave a key with someone during the week.
Okay.
And she had told me that Joanna was available to work on the weekends, which worked perfectly for my schedule.
Okay.
And that way I'd be able to be at home to let her in. And then once she's there, you know, I don't mind her being at home while I go off and run errands.
When you first met her, did you go over the list of the things that you wanted her to do?
Yeah, I did.
So what did you tell her when you first met? This is what I'd like to have you to do when you come.
Sure. So on our first meeting, I kind of gave her a list of the general areas of the house I like to keep clean.
Right.
I'm kind of a clean person already as it is.
But what did you tell her you wanted her to do?
So
what were her duties?
Her duties were sweeping, mopping, dusting, primarily in the living spaces and the dining, and then my personal bedroom.
This is a house?
It's a 2-bedroom apartment, but I live there alone.
Okay.
So the other one's just a guest bedroom, and she doesn't usually go in there because it pretty much stays clean.
So how long does it take you to clean a 2-bedroom house apartment?
Your Honor, it takes me about an hour and a half.
An hour and a half?
She
to do all
usually
of
is
that
there
cleaning?
for about closer to 4 hours.
It depends on what is necessary.
What about her house? How long did it take you to clean her house?
Maybe an hour 15, because she's very clean, so I really don't have many duties there.
Okay, and you were paying her how much?
I was paying her $100 cash.
$100, that's pretty good for an hour and a half worth of work.
Very grateful.
Okay, so day one, everything's okay?
Yes. So
second time?
The second time she comes, she knocked over a vase and broke it.
Okay. Was it an expensive vase?
It wasn't, and it wasn't super sentimental.
I offered to pay for it, of course. I really did.
She did.
What'd you tell her?
I told her it was fine and that it was a mistake, but please to be a little bit more careful when she was in my home.
Okay, so then was there something that happened the third time?
Yes, and
so the third time, so we're in 6 weeks together now?
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly. So the third time is the reason why we're here today.
Okay.
So she comes, you know, her regular schedule. I had left to go run my errands.
Okay.
While I was out, I had texted her to ask if she could run my dishwasher because I needed all of my dishware clean for a dinner party I was hosting that evening.
Okay, so had you ever run her dishwasher before?
No, ma'am, I haven't. No.
Okay, had you ever shown her how to run a dishwasher?
No.
Do you know how to run a dishwasher?
Basically, I don't have one at my home.
Right. What about some of your other clients?
Yeah, but I usually, if they have dishes, I do them by hand.
Okay, so you are not used to running a dishwasher?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, so you never talked to her about doing dishes and running a dishwasher?
I had never specifically shown her how to use my dishwasher, but
or asked her if she knew how to run a dishwasher?
Prior to this time, no.
Okay.
No. I just asked her if she could do it. She said yes.
Right. You said, can you start the dishwasher? Is that what happened?
Yes.
And you told her yes?
Yes, I did.
So then she calls back and says, what, I can't find detergent?
She's having trouble finding the dishwashing detergent pods. I use like the little pods.
Right.
And so I told her that I have.
Well, you know, they have a couple of different types of pods. Some of them you can just throw the whole thing in and you don't take the paper off. A lot of people didn't know that, right?
I didn't even know they had ones with paper.
Oh, yeah. Most of them with paper. And guess what? Then they have liquid in a container. You could just
For the
pour
dishwasher?
it in. For the dishwasher. See, here's an education right here.
Right.
So
I didn't realize she knew so little about washing
A lot of
dishwashers.
people don't use the dishwasher. You'd be surprised.
Coming up on Supreme Justice.
I'm really, really confused why she thinks that it's my fault that she walked into a big pile of water.
Well, we haven't even gotten there because I'm just as confused about it. And why somebody would sue a housekeeper in court, I don't know.
And later.
I don't care where you are, New York, Miami, I don't know, Boot Neck, North Dakota. When you're getting out of a car, don't you check around?
I did.
If you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. You're watching Supreme Justice with Judge Karen. Supreme Justice is back with the case of Jeanette Elta, who is suing Joanne Lorne for personal injury.
She couldn't find the dishwasher.
Right. So
liquid, detergent,
the pods.
The pods. And what kind of pods were these pods?
I actually have some here for you.
Well, those look like laundry pods.
Well, that is the issue.
I've never seen these. I don't wash
one of those
dishes. I know how to use
a laundry
dishwasher.
pod.
Yeah, I've never seen these.
And one of them is a detergent for dishwashers.
Okay, which is which?
So the smaller one with the white powder is for the dishwasher, and the large one is for your washing machine for clothing.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So when you were talking to her, did you tell her it's the white one with the green?
No.
What'd you tell her?
All I told her was to look in the pantry and that they were in a jar.
Right. So what did you do, ma'am?
So, yeah, she told me that that the pods were in the pantry.
Right.
So after I found they weren't under the sink.
Right.
I texted her. I said, "Where are they?" Basically, and she said they're in the pantry in a jar.
Right.
I said, "Okay, well," and I went in there. I grabbed one of the.
Did you see a jar in the pantry?
I did. There was 2 jars. There was one that was empty and one that had pods in it.
Okay.
So I grabbed one of the pods out of that jar
and threw it in the dishwasher.
And threw it in the dishwasher. Grabbed my money for the day and went home.
Okay.
So
I guess it was the wrong pod.
It was the wrong pod.
But was there a jar that had the pods for the dishwasher?
Your Honor, if I may present some evidence to you.
Let me see what you got.
Your Honor, these jars weren't even labeled. They don't have anything on there distinguishing what they are or...
As you can see on that
first photo.
I
can't see nothing. You want to tell me what I'm looking at here?
Sure.
Okay, now what is this here?
So those are the 2 jars where one is usually full of the dishwasher detergent pods. And unfortunately, right now it's empty, and the other one is
full. Okay, but what you told her is to go in and look in a jar.
Correct.
Right? And that jar, as it turns out, was empty.
Yes.
Okay.
You are correct. However, if you look at the shelf directly
Yeah, I know that, but you didn't direct her like that, okay?
Right.
This is somebody that doesn't even do dishes in the dishwasher. You said there's a jar with some pods.
Yes.
And guess what? There was a jar with some pods.
There was.
Yeah. All right, so then what happened?
So she took the laundry detergent pods.
Yeah, she told me that already. Tell me what was the result of that.
So what happened is I come back several hours later and I see that my dishwasher is overflowing with suds, and the entire floor is covered in water and puddles and soap. And so I walk over to figure out what is going on, how I can stop this machine from overflowing. And I slip and I fall because it's a soapy mess. So I fall and dislocate my elbow. Luckily, I was able to crawl over to my phone, call a friend. She comes, picks me up, takes me to the emergency room. I get to the hospital, they tell me I have a dislocated elbow and it's going to take at least 3 months of physical therapy and rehabilitation for me to get my elbow into normal condition again. So
you
at this
have
point,
insurance?
I do.
What's your deductible?
The listed invoice there, that's my deductible. So that's after insurance already covered the majority, because my emergency room visit was only $250.
Hold on a second. Yes, ma'am.
I'm really confused why she thinks that it's my fault that she walked into a big
we
puddle of
haven't
water.
even gotten there because I'm just as confused about it. And why somebody would sue a housekeeper in court, I don't know. Where is this lady gonna get $2,165? You had insurance. Did you have homeowners insurance too?
I don't own the home I'm renting.
Okay, but you had health insurance, and you're telling me that your deductible, after the deductible, there was still $2,165 in bills?
Yes, because of the 3 months of physical therapy. So even after what insurance covers, it was $75 per session, and I had to go twice a week for 3 months.
Right.
So that adds up.
To me, it was not very clear what instructions you gave her. You should have been a lot more clear. Then you were expecting the use of common sense. And everybody doesn't use common sense. I mean,
I see that now.
I don't know. She said to go in and it's in the jar. Well, hey, their pots. I do not wash dishes. I got 2 houses. In both of them, there's a dishwasher. I have never seen those pots you have there. Never. And if you had said they made little squishy pods, I would have said, really, they do? I didn't know they made those.
Your Honor.
And even the picture you showed here of this this product, I've used this product, but not with pods.
Yes.
So when you're telling somebody that doesn't do dishes in a dishwasher, go into the room, there's a jar in there, it's got pods. What did she do? Did you go into the room?
I did.
Was there a jar in there?
There was a jar, yes.
What, did they have pods in it?
It did, yes.
Did you take those pods and throw one in the dishwasher?
I took one and put it in there.
I don't even know how she fit it into the dishwasher.
She did exactly what you told her to do. You don't have to put those in the little...
You do.
No,
These
you
go
don't.
into the dispenser.
No,
This would not even
excuse me.
fit.
I don't wash dishes. If you read the instructions for your dishwasher, you can really just throw those in the bottom of the dishwasher. You do not have to put them in that little box and close it. You don't. It still
That's
works.
not what she did, though.
I'm ready to rule.
Okay.
Judging for the defendant. Good luck to you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All rise.
Judge Karen has ruled in favor of the defendant. The plaintiff's claim has been denied.
I think I'm going to get her a label maker and drop it off at her house.
If you're going to have someone come clean your house, be careful, because they might put one of these in your dishwasher instead of one of these and cause you serious bodily harm.
Coming up,
And he abruptly exited my car on the driver's side to get out.
Okay.
And as
he
he
got out on the traffic side,
He did.
not
yes.
on the sidewalk side.
No, he did not.
Okay, what happened?
As he did so, this cyclist had came and rammed into the car door, damaging the hinges.
you're watching Supreme Justice with Judge Karen. Rideshare driver Chester Nelson is suing Walter Tucker in the amount of $1,550. Mr. Nelson claims his vehicle was damaged when his passenger insisted on making a stop and says Mr. Tucker opened the car door into oncoming traffic.
Mr. Nelson, you're suing Mr. Tucker for $1,550 representing property damage. Is that right?
I am, Judge.
Okay. So you are a rideshare driver?
Yes, I am.
Okay. And where do you rideshare?
I'm in New York.
All right. And how do you know the defendant?
I don't. He had booked my services on the rideshare app, so I had went over and picked him up.
You picked him up at a house, an apartment building?
Sure. So it's on the intersection of 49th and 11th.
Okay. So what happened?
So I had picked him up, and
Okay.
we were making small talk. He wanted to go to JFK Airport.
Okay.
So that was fine. But on the way over there, he decided that he wanted to reroute and go to a souvenir shop because he hadn't gotten anything for his trip.
Okay. So you know they have souvenirs in the airport. You could have done that in the airport. You know that, right?
Yeah, I know.
Okay. You know it now.
No, I've been known. I just didn't think they had like stuff that I thought would be cool enough.
Okay. So this was in Manhattan where you were. Is that right? On
New York City.
49th Street, you said?
Corner of 49th and 11th.
You brought this diagram in?
I did.
Okay, let me hear about it. Tell me what you want to show me.
Okay. So as I stopped in front of the souvenir shop that he had wanted to visit, this green car could represent my car.
The lime green car is your car?
Yes, it is.
All right.
So I had pulled up right here, and he abruptly exited my car on the driver's side to get out.
Okay.
And as
he
he
got
did-
out on the traffic side,
He did,
not
yes.
on the sidewalk side?
No, he did not.
Okay, what happened?
As he did so, this cyclist had came and rammed into the car door, damaging the hinges.
Okay.
Coming up,
No. He stopped at a souvenir shop for himself, or he stopped at a souvenir shop because you wanted to stop at a souvenir shop?
For me, but the souvenir shop.
I mean,
was
you
supposed
are
to be
making
late.
a bunch of excuses. Did the dog eat your homework? Is that next?
you're watching Supreme Justice with Judge Karen. Supreme Justice is back with the case of Chester Nelson, who is suing Walter Tucker for property damage.
Why did you get out on the traffic side?
That was just the side I was sitting on.
Right, but when you get out of a car, I don't care where you are, New York, Miami, I don't know, Boot Neck, North Dakota, when you're getting out of a car, don't you check around?
I did, but I was in a rush, so I didn't really like thoroughly look behind me.
Right, so you just got out of you just opened the car door.
Yeah, well, yeah, but I did look.
Okay, you didn't see the cyclist?
No, I didn't.
Okay, and did you say anything as he was getting out the car? Like, don't get out this side, get out the other side.
He had gotten out so fast that I couldn't even say anything before the cyclist had came around the corner.
Oh, you mean as soon as you pulled up, he got out?
Yeah, I thought he would use common sense and see that that's where the cars and the cyclists and traffic would be coming in.
Right. So now what type of damage did you suffer to your car?
He damaged the hinges of the car door.
Okay, let me see some receipts. Did you get it repaired?
I did. I have the receipt, the invoice from the repair shop, and also the picture of the damages.
Okay, let me see that. Okay, so yeah, door realignment. So he was knocked off his hinges. And why don't you think you owe him, the plaintiff, this money?
I didn't know that I wasn't supposed to open the door on that
So
side.
you think he's responsible for how you get out of a car?
No, well, no, but
Was he supposed to say, wait, don't move, let me check traffic before you get out of the car? Is that what you think?
no, I got out too fast. Because I looked, because I didn't see anything.
Okay, so then why don't you owe him then?
Because I think he made me late for my flight too.
No. He stopped at a souvenir shop for himself, or he stopped at a souvenir shop because you wanted to stop at a souvenir shop?
For me, but the souvenir shop.
I mean,
was
you
supposed
are
to be
making
late.
a bunch of excuses. Did the dog eat your homework? Is that next?
Judge Karen's verdict when Supreme Justice returns. You're watching Supreme Justice with Judge Karen.
All right, so I'm referring back to the New York City Department of Transportation Traffic Rules, Title 34, Chapter 4, Rules of the City of New York. Section 4-12 talks about compliance. Subsection C, getting out of a vehicle. No person shall get out of any vehicle from the side facing on the traveled part of the street in such a manner as to interfere with the right of the operator of an approaching vehicle or a bicycle. So it's right there in the rules that you're not supposed to even get out on that part of the street. Now you could say, well, I didn't know that that was the law, but ignorance of the law is not a defense to a law. So the law was against you here. You had the obligation to make sure, you really should have gotten off on the other side. And because you opened the door negligently, you caused the damage to his vehicle. So you're gonna have to pay him. All right, I'm ready to rule judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $1,550. Good luck to you.
Judge Karen has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant is ordered to pay $1,550.
I'm happy the way this turned out. Justice was served, and I'm glad that the ignorance of the law was not a factor in this, and he was responsible for this.
I don't think I should have been the one paying for this.
This has been a production of Allen Media Group.